Party 1. We had the same people as last time. So, that's nice. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. We have Rex of the Black Crystal, Voltaire of the Black Cross, Ikarath of the Black Mushroom, and Thalrak of basically the Black Luck, I would just wager at this point. He just...
Jeez, man. That's dark.
How many friends has Thalrak had die so far?
Even start.
2 in the last, 2 days, and then, you lost Marks, who was with you for a little while. No, Elizabeth. Naxus died. Jordy died.
Yeah.
Isn't your dad dead, too? Isn't your dad
Tharak's
dead?
Yeah.
Tharak's dad is also dead, yes.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can get the high score.
Yeah, no, he's dead.
Thalrak, are you sure you're not playing a rogue?
Why, with the tragic backstory?
Yeah. Thalrak dips into rogue after this.
Why is it limited to rogue? Why do you gotta be classist, man? Alright, Dog Pound D&D confirmed to be classist. Meta is now the worst DM.
So here's an idea in the opposite direction. I think you should turn into the horny cleric, so that way people start replacing all the lives that have been lost in the world.
So that's already an idea.
Wait, some of your children died too. I forgot.
That's true. A
Thaddy
lot
died.
of your Kraken children died.
A named child died. Thaddy.
Yes.
To be fair, she kind of deserved that one.
Didn't she die of heartbreak or something?
No.
We don't know what she died of. We just know that she died after she got all pissed at Ikarath.
She later died from the Church of Novastayan when they assaulted Rakoge. Yeah. She died defending Rakoge and her mom.
Okay, that one actually sounds a whole lot better than...
Yeah.
She got pissed at Ikarath and left, and then she's dead. I didn't realize that was the full story behind Thaddeus.
Oh yeah, no, she went crying home to her mom's arms in Rakoge, and that's where she was. And as you guys remember, you came into Rakoge in the end game as it was being overrun and drove everyone off.
What a horribly weak little Kraken. Krakens eat the things that make them sad, even if they have beards.
I think that's how we got into this mess.
Maybe so.
So who wants to do the recap of last session?
Man, it's been so long.
So I'll do it. They fought a Beyblade. I don't know. I think you guys several characters almost died.
Yes.
Rex got impaled.
Injured.
Rex got impaled. I think it was Rex got impaled by one of these lickers into the ground. Good rolls, buddy. Rex has some weird shit going on with the Black Crystal. Voltaire has an increasingly growing black upside down cross mass on his body. We're not sure where that's going. Ikarath, are you still a little bit affected by this shit? Do you still think Rex looks tasty? Barely? Yeah. So you've got that small... I think Voltaire's pretty strongly influenced because of... There's a lot going on. He was on Tattoo Disasters. It's just things happened. And Thalrak is the only quote-unquote sane one in the group at the moment. But he's going through a lot of grief right now.
No, he's bottling it up. He's been doing this since the start.
I hate to say it, but he hasn't had time to really stop.
Yeah, that's why I said
he may have been in this place for a few days, but we're not out of the danger
zone. No, we are
zone.
not.
And for somebody who's seen so many friends die, he's not about to be like, I just need a minute, guys. He's like, I don't want any more fuckers to die. Even Ikarath. I will fight to save Ikarath right now.
This is literally gonna be Steven Universe, into the future or whatever the finale was. Because it's he has had no time to decompress, and eventually his life is just gonna be always on edge.
Oh yeah. And don't forget, this is all like a side trip at this point. I don't remember what the original. I think you were going to get the Dark Dwarfs to come help you,
Yeah,
but you've lost
yeah.
your. I can't say whatever the name is. Dwagar, what the fuck that is.
Yeah, Dwargar.
Dwagar.
Yeah, it changed,
Yeah, except for you lost your Dwagar on your way to. So like, I don't know if that's
Yeah.
your plan anymore.
Look, right now it's just get the fuck out of here.
Current
Yeah.
objective: survive.
Yeah. So, and this was all on your way to take over the Dwarf Kingdom through civil war. Luckily, you did not bring.
To be fair, no one in charge actually is like, we're going to take over the Dwarf Kingdom. It's to stop the people who have taken over the Dwarf Kingdom.
Well, that's true.
And then all the people who aren't in charge are like, no, we're going to take over the Dwarf
Just
Kingdom.
sounds less incriminating like that.
And like more fun.
Exactly. So here we are in the creepy motherfucking tunnels. Wait, aren't we missing Rosalind? That's who we're missing.
Yeah, we are.
Somebody should add him. Let me add him.
He may not know that we're having a session today. He may have forgotten that
That's true.
we're back on.
Rosalind, you playing?
Oh,
Let's
Corey.
pull an acre off.
I need like a character sheet for the crystal thing on here.
Oh, I thought we made you one.
Is it the dark crystal armor?
Yeah, that. You should have control of
can't-
that.
I can't do anything to it.
It's in your journal and it can be edited by you.
No, I can't.
You should be able to click on it and it'll bring up a thing, and then you should be able to click edit and add things to it.
Oh, it's
Is
just
it just
different
one
from a
number that
character
you're
sheet.
tracking? It is.
No,
Okay.
no, there's gonna be more shit that's gonna go on, but yeah, write your shit down in there. But that's a fairly complex thing that he has. I use the word has loosely. If the regular crystal armor has like probably like a full page in Microsoft Word worth of shit attached to it.
Yeah.
So it's gonna grow over time.
Shit can get complicated around here.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't even mean Dog Pound. I just mean D&D. I have an artificer. We're level 11 in my campaign. Where his page, he organizes vastly different than how I organize it, and that literally scares me. So when he says my character can do this, I'm just like, okay. I ain't going in there to prove him wrong.
That
or
works.
Fact check him on it.
All right. So in this horrible horror place of bad things, with lovely whispers that I know you guys all love so much.
I mean, anything sounds bad with that attitude, meta.
Yeah.
You guys may continue your adventure after you have woken up inside your tiny hut.
Rise and shine, bruvs. It's time to hit the road again, or in this case, the wall next to you, and make sure you don't bonk your head. Thanks for traveling with Vicar Express. Don't forget to tip your waitresses.
Hold
your
on,
servers,
before you
drivers.
take down the
We didn't
shelter,
move.
before you all take down the shelter, do you guys want that feast again?
I'm a bit peckish and I could eat, yeah.
Alright,
Excuse me.
Heroes Feast. You get 2d10 temp HP, and for the next 24 hours, you are immune to poison and being frightened, and have advantage on all wisdom saving throws.
I'll get 6. I'll get 6.
Oh shit!
Motherfucking Goji.
Yeah.
Goji just had to one up me, goddamn.
You know, since it's a magical feast, and Rex is like, I'm a warforged, I can't eat. And Dalric's says, no, eat, come on, man. And he does, and he's like, this is the best thing I've ever eaten, because it is the only thing I've ever eaten.
Part of this feast, there's just like a random thing of oil. Like in a gravy ladle.
Like Thalrex sitting there and just being like, this is motor oil. And Igrath's like, yeah, that's fucking motor oil. And Voltaire's like, that's motor oil. And then Rex is like, oh. Delectable.
No, I didn't expect him to be like, wait, did I hit oil? That shit is mine!
Whatever it is, he liked it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yay. Alright, so just make sure y'all take notes of the effects.
Don't tell America.
Yeah, really.
Come on, stop being a dick. I almost had this working. I apologize. There's so many different websites with all different logins. I swear my Twitter gets spammed with all this bullshit now. Here we go. I do it for you guys.
Maybe we can like.
There we
throw,
go.
Like,
Is that
Oh
better?
my goodness.
Is that better?
Yes. A freaking little oil can.
A feast for kings. All right. What do you do?
Well, after we eat, I'm assuming we step out and the tiny hut's dismantled. Correct?
Yeah. Excuse me.
And you are outside of your tiny hut.
How do we get out of here?
That I do not know.
Why on earth would you want to get out of here? It's so pleasant down here. I'm lying. This is a nightmare. So much has gone wrong.
Does anyone know which way we came from?
Oh yeah. Igrath walks out here. He looks down both directions, flips a coin. And he's like, "We came from down
Perception.
there, and we're going over here."
Well, is Icarus
Hello.
actively looking?
No.
Oh god. Okay.
Igrath, like as a character, I happen to know we came from south.
Okay.
But
So
he just was like, "Yeah, I know." Flips a coin. He's like, "We're going this way," and then he just starts walking that way unless anybody wants to stop him.
Rex is gonna like look back and anyone else?
He does this multiple times.
you broke up a little there, Voltaire.
It's fine. Icarus does this many times. He just kind of moves.
And moves.
Rex,
We'll
are
follow
you
behind and bring up the
actively
rear.
perceiving?
Yeah.
Roll perception.
Perception. Oh, that's supposed to be just normal.
Okay. Continue
16.
along. As you guys wind through the creepy caverns.
Rex is gonna look at everyone like, I can make everyone stealthy if we want.
I would prefer that since some of us here are not the best at it.
Oh, come on. It's just your clanky armor that makes it all really difficult.
And I refuse to give up this armor because it saved my life multiple times.
I'm not knocking the armor. I'm just saying, like, don't knock yourself. It's literally your gear. It's not you. We all know that. We all forgive you.
No, I'm also. Have you seen me when I fall? It isn't graceful.
I wasn't gonna bring that up, honestly, because we've all been there. Probably. Oh no, Rex, can robots fall down?
Sure they can.
Well, that's gotta suck.
So Rex will cast Pass Without a Trace and let Ikrath, Voltaire, and Talrak in on the area.
Mm-hmm. So roll your stealth.
So I got a 27.
Okay.
My Icarus things stay up. I hate knife sometimes. Not a lot. Roll 20's just going.
18.
Day.
Okay.
Stealth. There we go. 30.
Ooh.
Okay.
Hang on, I'm gonna roll myself here.
Let's see. Second level.
Oh, I don't have a. Oh, cool. All right, it was right. I don't have a stealth penalty. For some reason, I thought I did.
But if you have heavy armor, just roll at disadvantage.
Yeah. Breastplate is medium.
Oh.
So yeah. That's still. That's 18.
All right.
All right. Okay, I got a question. If something would have direct line of sight on you, right where you'd be passing, would you still be seen if you were stealth?
It depends on its passive perception, and then also how generous you feel. So, like, if this thing has a passive perception of below 15, I'd say Ikarath could make it pass, but probably not Thalrak. Because Ikarath got a 30, that's twice this thing's passive. Yeah. So if the thing's passive is like 20 or 22, probably none of us could. Or at the very least, it wouldn't necessarily get a surprise. Like, I'm guessing that whatever's down here is one of those stupid stabby things.
Well, there's just a lot of them here, so I'm just preparing.
Yeah, right. But I'm just saying that probably it would mean that the thing.
I wonder if
it's going to depend on your own judgment on it, but like I would say maybe it doesn't get a surprise round, but also you're not going to stealth past that thing, not when it's looking you directly in the face.
Yeah. Rex, roll perception. Continue along. Continue along your way.
This way is totally safe, guys.
That's good. I certainly trust you, Rex, in your judgment.
Ikarath, with his 30, is somehow doing the thing from Emperor's New Groove when Kronk is going out the back of the palace.
Oh my god.
He's doing that, but he's somehow, like, if you don't stare directly at him, he keeps disappearing and appearing in a different place, and you're just like, is he actually being fucking stealthy right now?
And Meta, just so you're aware of it, Thalrak's kind of like looking over his shoulder almost constantly.
Okay.
So if there's rolls that you want me to make
Rex,
for anything,
roll perception.
Who?
Rex. Continue along your way. Okay.
What's this way?
Ikarath will check what be over here.
Roll perception, Ikarath.
All right, he's actually trying this time. He's still not very good at it, but he's actually trying.
You think you see 19, something flit around the corner, but it could have just been your imagination.
This corner, or the close corner, or the far corner?
Far corner.
Ikarath, is there like pebbles on the ground or bits of rubble?
Yeah.
From this place being sold, he's gonna scoop up a small handful of them, and he's gonna chuck them as hard as he can so that they bounce off of this wall, and like, so that he throws them and they like ricochet around in here.
Rex, roll. What would be the equivalent of concentration? What is a concentration? Is that a constitution?
Yeah.
Roll that.
Oh, save or just regular?
It's a save for concentration, so.
Yeah. Roll a save. Well, what would that have been on a save?
That's a 9. Well, that's is a safe.
Oh, then yeah, you're okay. Voltaire. Roll perception.
Alrighty.
You know, when you throw rocks in there, you're like, maybe I shouldn't have thrown rocks.
So Voltaire, you see this, and we'll get one free action before we roll initiative.
Alright.
And what are we going to see is going to be determined by this dice roll. Do you have any preferences, Rex, on which dice I roll in this instance?
Not the skull dice.
We've got a
not the
skull,
copper
we've
one.
got a rainbow one, a copper one, and
Not the copper.
We've got these other weird blue and purple metal one, and then I've got these non-metal
rainbows.
fancy ones. The rainbow?
Let's use the rainbows.
All right, rainbow metal dice.
Rainbows are generally good, right?
We'll see.
Is Rex getting attacked?
Rex is getting attacked, but luckily, the tongue slides off of your armor with a loud shwink as this thing lands right behind you. Voltaire, you get one free action.
Alrighty, Voltaire is going to take his maul and he's going to slam it down on this thing very angrily. Would I get flanking with Rex or no? Probably not.
No, he's not engaged.
You know,
at
because
this
Rex
point.
hasn't attacked yet, technically.
Yep.
Also, currently Rex is surprised.
Boom!
That hit.
And Voltaire
Right.
smashes into this thing's fucking exposed brain for 29 damage.
Come on, that's gotta be dead.
Not 29 damage, but
No.
It does
has to have
pass
at least
out, though.
Bit its tongue. I was gonna say it has to have at least bit its
oh
tongue.
no, it does pass the fuck out though. After it gets bonked on the head, and you notice that it's bleeding out of its ears while it's twitching. It rolled a nat 1 on that shock check, so pretty sure it's having a seizure.
Ouch, buddy. Ouch.
Elrid, Voltaire, please make dex saving throws.
Would I have danger sense for this or? I can
It's not.
probably.
I mean, it's dangerous, but it's not an attack directed at you directly. So you make the call on that.
Yeah, let me check my danger sense. Gotcha.
And Rex. So both of you jump over this thing's tongue, lashing about as it's having a seizure right in front of you. Rex, you jump over here. Voltaire, you jump behind the wall.
Alrighty.
Ikrath turns around from throwing rocks and he's like, well, I'm pretty sure there's not one over there. And he still hasn't noticed the thing in front of him. Why are you guys looking at me like that?
Kill it.
Walter angrily walks forward. Are we in initiative or not?
No.
It fell unconscious. We get a free
Well,
execution on this.
It's
boy.
not. Well, it's still moving, but it's not moving voluntarily. You will need to make a dex save if you come into range of it.
I'm gonna shoot a firebolt at it.
And when you do that, Ikrath finally does be like, oh, yipes! Who put that there? That's not a nice trick to play in a bloke when
13,
he's trying
that
to find.
misses.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Yeah.
that you miss it while it's spasming uncontrollably on the ground.
Walter's gonna try to grab the gun.
On our grapple.
Alrighty.
Oh,
Anyone have anything? Because if not, I can always spend the points real quick.
I don't know if now's the
Um,
time to spend the points.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, no, not when not when there's
Yeah, not
one
when some-
enemy. We're not in initiative,
like-
and it's technically spazzing out right now.
That's
yeah,
fine.
like I could come around and hit it if Voltaire wants to let me through, but
Well, Ikrath is
I can
paying
also
attention.
try-
He hasn't attacked yet, but he's ready to.
yeah, like I could also try sacred flame, but that's about
So
it.
Voltaire, as you're going, it cuts out your feet, not off, just out from under you. You
Alright.
fall face first on top of it, mouth open, and you get a mouthful of this thing's brain, which
Oh god.
is also, as you feel the black ichor draining out of it, like getting squeezed out of it into your mouth, it tastes like the most delicious country gravy you've ever had in your life.
What?
There is a reason behind this.
I guess then you just kind of bite down.
Roll. I guess no. It's
Yeah.
roll unarmed. I guess for
Actually,
advantage.
I
A
have
bite
a
attack.
bite in
Bite
here.
attack. Yeah, if you got that.
At advantage, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a 28 hit.
I mean, you might as well see if it's a crit.
Crit on the bite. I'll just roll again real quick. No.
All right. Yeah, you bite into its brain, and it goes limp on the ground. And you guys do whatever you're gonna do.
Is it dead?
Oh yeah, he just ate his brain.
Okay.
Um,
I'm not the only
stands
one
up.
who just saw that, right?
Quite tasty.
well,
Oi, mate, I don't mean to be like disrespecting of your own personal opinion because that's pretty important, but like, I'm pretty sure you're wrong.
Oh, what? He just kind of goes and he scoops up some blood. Alright.
It's not unappealing to Ikarath. It's like, I don't know, like a bowl of mildly
No.
flavored rice.
I am in character. Ikrath is like, I'm pretty sure Rex tastes better, and Rex didn't taste all that great when I had him, so that doesn't taste tasty.
Voltaire, why are you eating the creatures of the maze?
It tasted really good. Here,
What if that
let me
was
just, he just pulls off a piece. Try some.
Ikarath? No,
No.
Voltaire, do you have any chest armor on or clothing?
He's got like a tunic.
Okay,
Type
then just
thing.
continue along your way.
Alrighty.
Voltaire? We're already dealing with the black curse thing that's within you, and you to eat things that potentially contain more of it. Do you not see the problem here?
Also, last night in his sleep, Falrak was talking about how he's really scared about somebody called the Mushroom Man, and like, I don't know why he's scared. He sounds like an alright bloke, but like, keep your eyes peeled for that guy also.
I don't think that.
Just as you're talking, he's just carefully just picking bits off and eating them.
Sour's gonna smack it out of his hand, like, stop it.
Hey!
No, don't eat more of it.
I'm the one who killed her. So shouldn't I decide what to do with it?
And I appreciate that you killed him, but now is not the time to eat whatever that thing is.
Yeah, no, we need to at least cook it first.
Like my
Cook
steaks
it, just
rare.
don't eat it in general. What are not?
I mean, it's perfectly good. It's not like good food, but it's like viable. Like, we don't know how long.
Literally just ate a feast. How are you
Oh, that's,
hungry?
that did taste pretty good.
Tasted
Okay.
really good, okay?
First of all, I don't care what my grandmother says. I'm pretty sure I'm still growing, even now. Like, I'm barely hit the. I knew an elf who he kept growing until he was 200. So I'm still a young growing boy, and I need me good eats. So like, don't mock me for being hungry all the time until I start getting fat. And have you ever seen a fat elf? No, doesn't happen. Although there is some theories that that's what gnomes are.
I met one once.
I don't believe you.
Look, trust
I'm
me on this.
no, hold on. Let me rephrase that. I'm choosing not to believe you on account of that ruins my argument, so I'm ignoring it. Yeah, I'm honest about my stupidity. Also, like, if we're not gonna cook it, somebody else is gonna eat it. And do you want them getting bigger and stronger?
If I could burn the corpse, and I also want to fill this maze up with smoke.
Why would you burn it? Tastes good. It's very good rare,
Again.
alright?
Again, you shouldn't be eating it in the first place.
Are you my mother?
Oh my god, that would leave me with more questions, actually.
I'm older than you in our respective race years. Technically, I'm the one who's the I think I'm the oldest, not counting Rex.
Rex is old as shit.
Yeah, that's why he's read not counting Rex.
Look, if you don't count any of you, I'm the oldest. So that's bullshit.
But I'm the oldest, respectively. You're Igarath, how old are you?
You're not respectful at all. And I like that about you, but don't try to buy brownie points right now, mister.
I'm the respectful one. The other one's not the respectful one.
Pretty sure I've told you to go stick it in places that the sun don't shine. Like
What did my voice sound like?
Like it does right now.
Dang it.
I was trying to convince you to do cocaine, and you were just like, stick it somewhere where the sun don't shine.
Well,
Except
yes.
you used what my grandmother would call choice words.
We should just continue on past the body. You know, how about this? I'll take it with us just for like a road snack.
No eating the corpse. You know what? I'm not even I'm not your mother. I'm not your father. Screw it. Let's just keep going. If you want to get yourself even more disease to the point that a god cannot help you, then by all means.
Gods don't do squat.
If only he was a paladin who was immune to disease.
Oh, wait.
Well, technically, he's immune to any disease he gets from eating this specific horse because of the hero's feast.
Yeah.
So I really don't know what Voltaire or what Thalrak is like upset about.
Because of the black goop, we know. Out of character, we know the black goop is not a normal poison.
If we get out of character, it stops being as much fun.
I know, but Thalrak can't cure that, so he knows something's off with it. And if one creature in this maze has it, that is now infected Voltaire, what's to say that others don't have it?
Well, the fact that we've eaten him, so there's at least one less than you're prophesying there, Mr. Doom and Gloom.
God, you know what? Let's just keep going. I can't deal with this.
Onward and upward then. Nobody got stabbed to death. That's pretty good progress. We're doing better this round, mates.
Your head, Mr. High and Mighty, and he like allows Tharak to pass.
Perception, Rex. You guys
Perception
are just really.
Rex. Is that your full name, Perception Rex?
That's all he's been doing. Basically, you just been sending him out.
Oh no. Perception is not Rex's strong suit.
You think you see Magni around the corner.
I hate to say it, but you still have +2 compared to Ikarat.
Has Rex? Yeah, Rex met Magni
Very
very briefly.
briefly.
His corpse.
Yeah.
And also, like, if
No,
if-
you guys
if-
haven't
if-
seen his corpse yet.
Yeah, we have.
Oh wait,
We
you did
buried
find his
him.
corpse.
We
Oh, yeah, you
buried
did
it.
find his
Yeah,
corpse.
we buried him and sealed it with Moradin's wall.
Yeah.
He
Forgot
still
he
has
came
the
out of him.
tomb.
Does Rex
They-
still see Magni?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
No, I
the
knew you guys
little
knew he was
dwarf.
dead.
Where's that little dwarf gone?
What?
He's
There's
standing right
stairs
next to
leading
you.
upwards.
This is stairs?
Yeah, we're gonna pretend there's stairs there.
I see them.
What are you talking about? I'm right here.
No, the tan, the gray one.
There's a great dwarf.
The old grumpy dwarf.
Yeah, he's right there.
One
I'm
that's
not
as,
gray though.
the one that's as old as dirt.
Look, man, I'm not trying to say like you're unclean, but you could use a bath. Well, nobody's the right color.
You mean
I
the
know
dead
you're-
one?
I don't know if you remember this, but we had a battle above a lava pit, and then we got exploded. I wouldn't be surprised if you qualified for a whole range of not pleasant colors. But like respectfully, though.
It's the dwarf's ghost.
No,
What,
God.
Magni?
That's the one.
Apparently,
You get into my mushrooms.
What are mushrooms?
Oh shit. This is going to be a very good trip. So listen. Do you have a sampling tray or something in there? I don't think I see a mouth.
If you use your herbalist kit to produce an oil from mushrooms or infuse oil with a mushroom, I would allow Rex to be affected by said oil.
Well, alchemist supplies, okay?
You'd probably have regular oil in there. Yeah, you can infuse one with a
Obviously, he's going to start with the golden mushrooms because those
Yeah.
are the nice ones.
yeah.
So for the next few minutes, Ikrath is just chuckling to himself and basically squishing mushrooms into a vial. And then also, like, you know, heating it up and boiling it and just chuckling almost evilly while you guys discuss walking up the stairs or not.
Perhaps it's Magni's ghost telling us is the way to go.
You know what? It's not the strangest thing we've seen here, and Doris is going to start walking forward to go up the steps.
And Ikrath finishes his oil of golden mushrooms, and he's like, "This is a fucking mushroom, mate," and he hands it off.
Rex?
Sure, he'll eat it. Or drink it, whatever.
Inject it, however it is you oil Warforged. Okay. What's it do, Icareth?
That one is just the pleasant high and makes you feel a little bit lighter than you are.
Okay, roll Constitution save, Rex. Or severity.
So is it considered poisoned?
Not this one. Because it doesn't actually do anything bad to you, so it's not poison.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not like fucked, but you're like
These mushrooms don't get you fucked unless you nat one. These are the most mild mushrooms I've found.
You're
in
like
the entire
three
adventure.
shots. You're like 3 shots of whiskey deep. You're doing good, but you're not doing like amazing.
Like you could drive, but legally you shouldn't.
Yeah.
I feel a tingling in my fingers.
Oh, so you're a finger tingler. That's good. I've known people who tingle in other places.
Doris is going to keep going up the steps and like eventually look back and like motion them to follow him.
Oh, hey, sad grey dwarf is wanting us to go upstairs. Let's go.
Is this up or down?
He set up.
Oh, so we're going back to the level that we fell from?
Unless there's a level in between.
True, we did fall
know.
pretty far. We did fall very far. Are we up top? There?
Or did those stairs
I think,
turn around?
if you're saying something, Corey, we can't hear you.
Oh shit. You actually fell through a magical fog, as you'll recall. And you're at the top. It goes down.
Wait, the steps went down?
Well, the steps now are going down.
Behind us, they're going down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why does Rex come in, like, angled instead of straight?
Probably because I accidentally made him angled instead of straight. Unless you re-added him.
Making Rex chonky.
Look out for the big man. Just saying.
So there's a pretty wide, it's marble flooring, gold walls, and it is very large, as you can see. It's probably a good 20 feet per, 10 feet per tile. So like double scale.
Double scale.
It looks like a place Alvin would go.
Is there crystals here?
Not at where you're currently at.
Okay.
And do you hear that noise?
Oh, goody. More shit.
One second. I gotta find what I'm looking for. That'll work.
Rex is going to ready in action to dodge.
Okay. You guys all fine with letting Rex go out and get fucked every time, aren't you?
No, Tarek was gonna leave it. Rex decided to take points, so he's just gonna follow Rex.
I am going to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
All right.
Where is it? It's level 1.
I'm going to hold a cantrip in concentration while we're watching this.
So I guess mark now for when 10 minutes would be when it's up.
Okay.
I don't like these noises, but whatever. Let's keep going. It's actually kind of nice out up here.
It is, right?
I mean, that just could mean that the creatures up here are a little bit more gentlemanly. That doesn't necessarily make them good people and shit.
Yes, and instead of like brutally impaling us, they politely say that their intention is to impale us.
Rex, roll perception.
I did 11.
Yeah, continue along. And you just continue to see empty passageway after empty passageway. The light of your torch reflecting off of the walls. Voltaire, perception.
So I was gonna look back and like figure out why the other two aren't following them.
Mostly because Roll20 is having some loading problems.
Voltaire, you
But
get...
also, if Igarath noticed that we were starting to walk in two different directions, he'd for sure follow whoever is by themselves, just in case.
Voltaire, the
Because
hairs
he
on
just
the
assumed
back...
that that's what we're doing.
Voltaire, the hairs on the back of your neck stand up.
Whoa, that's a cool trick, mate. How the fuck you grow hair?
The scale.
No, you're like
Yeah,
seriously.
I guess in
Look
this
at,
point would be
look at this
scales.
shit.
Your scales stand up.
Yeah, that's not good.
Does that mean you need a bath?
No, it means something's probably dangerous back here.
Do you think it's me?
Igarath, you're probably one of the least dangerous people to me I've ever met.
Thank you.
Out of all of you, my plan, if you try to betray us, is get him really stoked.
What's your armor class, Voltaire?
1 sec, let me check. It is a 14.
A 14?
Yeah, he's a barbarian.
Oh, well, this thing skids around the corner with a loud roar, and you see two of it.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Kind of like this. And it lashes out with 6 tentacles. And 4 of them strike you. For some amount of damage that I will tell you in a second. 30 damage.
Oh crap.
Can we hear it?
Oh
happen?
yeah, this thing, the spikes at the end of its tentacles just rip into Voltaire. I'm sure Voltaire's making some noises. And you hear a roar from it. Ah! And Rex, everybody roll initiative.
So I said
Initiative.
when we came in here that I was holding a cantrip,
Yeah.
right?
That's fine.
This is some more time bullshit. Why did it switch me off of saying I'm Ikarat? I am, in fact, Ikarat today. Let's see. Token. Initiative. 27.2.
You hear a
is my
roar
initiative.
from in front of you.
By far or
Like right there.
okay? Do I see it?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And does everyone have their initiatives done? Igarath gets to go.
Double. And as he says double, a lance of psychic energy burrows into this thing.
All right.
Because you said it looked like there were two of them, right?
Yeah,
like a
let me-
displacer beast or something.
Let me look. Okay, yeah. So yeah, that was it. Oh, this is the save, isn't it? So the save is an intelligence.
Good choice in music.
Thank you. And it does not save, taking 27 damage as it screams in agony.
And it falls over until the end of its next turn.
Okay.
This is a real bitch of a spell, which is
Oh.
why I use it so often.
Do you have any other actions?
um,
Keep in mind, everything here is you got to double it for its stuff, or half your movements.
right. Yeah, there's enough for him to just squeeze on by and just walk over to over here. And
Yep.
that'll do it for him.
Dalrak, small dwarf in a big cave.
Yep. Well, hearing the noise from behind him, he's gonna start moving.
Well, there was noise from both sides of you.
Was it? Okay, then.
Yeah, there was a
never mind.
roar from over that direction, and then there was a roar echoing from this direction that answered it.
All right, well then, hang on. Then he's gonna go forward, then to help with Rex and pick up.
Also, I feel like we've hung out enough that you'd probably recognize Ikarath screaming one of his that specific spell.
Yeah, that's true. Rex, will you allow Thalrak to get in front of you?
Oh yeah.
All right, cool. Well, then Thalrak's gonna get right up in the
What's
front.
the
then.
password?
Do you want to die?
That's the password. You're welcome to go ahead. Wee.
And upon seeing the beast, he is going to do Secret Flame. So creature must make a dexterity saving throw of 16.
And it does.
Alright.
These things look like they're pretty decent.
Yeah.
Which is why I hit him with an intelligence saving throw.
If only I had one of those.
Oh, it's fine. Paladins can learn some of those spells. I think I'll see if I can teach you sometime.
That's where he'd put his dimmy.
Oh, no, wait. I forget. I honestly forget. Are you a paladin and I think you're a cleric, or are you a cleric and I think you're a paladin?
I'm a
You're a cleric and I think
of
you-
paladin.
Yeah, okay.
He plays like a
Good.
paladin.
Because I kind of have to.
Yeah, with this group especially.
And do you have any other things, Dalrak?
Nope, that's it. I did my movement and my action. I don't get multiple actions, but I'm a cleric. I don't get to have multiple turns of fun.
Voltaire.
Are its tentacles still rooted in me, or are they out now?
No, they just rip chunks out of you.
Right.
Also, they ripped your. What are you wearing on your chest?
Just sort of a basic black shirt.
Oh yeah, that thing's all ripped to shreds, and you notice that your entire chest is now black.
Oh, nice. He's gonna step forward a bit. How big is this thing roughly?
It's like twice your size.
Alright.
As big as a puppy dog.
Alright, then he's gonna draw his maul and he's
Yeah.
gonna
It takes up most of that 10 by 10 area.
take out his maul and he's gonna reckless attack and he's gonna whack this thing in its face.
I don't
Yep.
think you need to reckless attack it because it's prone and incapacitated right now.
And flanking.
All right,
I
then
think
no
we're gonna go
reckless
with it,
attack,
though.
But it's
We're
still
gonna-
advantage. Yeah. Wham!
26 damage. As you beat the ever-loving shit out of it. Black blood
29,
flying around. 29.
3 rage damage. 13 plus 13 is 26,
There we
then
go.
3 rage is 29. Yep.
And do you have other things?
Oh yeah, he's gonna whack it again.
Yep. And you smash down, splitting its skull, and the black goo splatters across the wall.
Hey.
With the same general aroma as before. Slightly better, though, because it's stronger.
Careful where you throw the syrup there, son.
It smells good.
Oh, fuck me. That was not a suggestion.
I know.
Do you though? When you make that face, I don't know. You just feel like a totally different person. It's unnerving.
Sure, go with that.
You what? Speak like your throat isn't in your chest.
Not ripping your head off.
Oh my god! I said it was not a suggestion.
Voltaire,
Don't get
roll
hard
a
about
wisdom
this,
save.
please.
Okay.
Roll a wisdom save, Voltaire.
That's all.
Ikarath, roll a dex save.
I'm not laughing. Don't like laughing.
So a black, the best unit is almost like a little spear, but it's still connected. Shoots out from the black, like kind of extends from it of his chest, pierces you a little bit, Ikarath, enough for you to bleed, and then you can see it retract that blood through the spike thing before it retracts back into his body.
The fuck, man? First you're throwing gravy, then you tell
Take
me you're
one
getting
damage.
hard after I tell you don't want me to, like, I don't want you to, that was not a suggestion. What is your problem? And stop making that face.
Voltaire, for your part, it was you gained 1 HP.
Alrighty.
Oh,
So you felt invigorated by eating Ikarath's blood.
thanks for the temp HP, by the way.
That's nice. But yeah, that ends his turn. He doesn't have anything else to do.
Rex, it is your turn.
Is there 2 of these or just 1?
It looks like 2.
It looks like 2.
Yeah.
Like I can attack 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
So on that note, Meta, we did fight some displacer beasts in the battle for Safe Falls.
Yes, you did.
Are these a similar displacer kind of effect?
Yeah, these are very similar.
Okay. So
So that means physical attacks have a disadvantage unless we negate that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Damn it.
Rex is going to go up and cast Green Flame Blade and attack.
All right, at disadvantage.
One on the left, disadvantage.
And you miss.
All right, then
As
I
it
get
zooms out the way, bouncing all
And
over the walls like an anime cat.
then I get 1 other attack, just regular.
Yeah. Well, it'd still be at disadvantage, but yeah.
Yep.
And you still miss. Sorry, buddy.
Ha!
Boom, 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 boom. Do you have anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. And its 6 tentacles lash out at you.
How
Yeah.
many tentacles is this thing?
6. This is a leveled up version.
That no good.
What's your armor class, Rex?
22.
1.
That is wildly different than Voltaire over here with 14.
Oh, and a nat 20, so 3 total.
Do you have no dex, Voltaire? Is that it?
Yeah, he's got a +2 to Dex and a +2 to Con, so I can't like be like, oh, I'm gonna use my Con score instead.
And the tentacle.
You may want to buy armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that might. I don't remember if that negates raging or not. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a good point.
So it rips and tears and pulls at you, dealing 34 damage. As chunks of your armor go flying away.
Oh, how many hit?
2, 1 with a crit.
Okay, then.
Right, I'm not close enough.
So 34.
Yep.
All right.
And then it is Icarus' turn.
Okay, well, hey, fellas. And he just kind of nonchalantly strolls back this way, yelling out to everybody, "Hey, we found a new kind of monster down here." You guys, he's not smart enough to hear that you guys are fighting one too. Would you guys tell him we're a little busy over here?
Sarah could yell back, yes.
Oh. And then so he turns around and he shouts to Voltaire, "Oh, hey, they've got one over here too, it sounds like." And then he'll take the dash action to go another 15 wink wink feet.
Voltaire, there's another treat over there.
I was gonna say, can he smell it?
Yeah, no, now that there is blood spilt. Wait, no, has it been hurt yet? No, it hasn't been touched yet, so he can't smell it yet.
Not theirs, no. But we hurt ours. So I'm wondering if now that he's got the scent of what it is in general, like, can he tell that this level is infested with them?
No, he can only smell the blood or bodily fluid.
Do these things ever have to pee?
Not that
Or
kind of bodily
fuck.
fluid.
Ew.
Thalrak. It's sterile and he likes the taste.
God.
Yep. I stand by what I said earlier before we started playing earlier. This is a lot more uncomfortable.
Yeah, it is.
One conversation is adults being honest with each other about a game. Now we're talking about fetishes.
Yep. The luck of the Irish.
Oh my god, did you
Luck
pick
of
up
the
that fetish
Irish?
in Ireland?
Absolutely. So Tharak, after you approach the beast,
Yeah, hang on. Thinking how I want to do this.
Also, since Icareth can't see while you're thinking, he's shouting all sorts of questions as he's running over there, all of which would be very easy to answer if he could just see it. So you can just ignore him, but do know that he is like, is it big? Does it have tentacles? Is it kind of fuzzy to look at, but not fuzzy as in it has like fluffy fur on it and whatnot? Does it stink really bad? Does it like being peed on? You know, that kind of thing.
God. Boy. I don't know how to respond to that.
Just ignore it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He does like being peed on. You can tell. That's an alpha growl.
God. So I was gonna move to get behind the first one that Rex attacked and attack with advantage with his hammer.
Well, it'd just be normal, right?
It'd be with advantage because you attacked at Rex.
Yeah, but it's attack at
It has the
disadvantage.
displacer.
Right,
beast
yes,
on it.
that's just normal. Yep, that's right.
But I'm pretty sure, at least with normal displacer beast, if you hit it, then its effect goes away. So if you hit it the
Yeah.
first time, your second hits, at least for the rest of the turn. I don't know how these ones work though. They're brand new.
I'm a shitty cleric. I only get one attack. This is it.
You need to talk to Moradin about that and be like, hey, can
You're
I become
right.
a cleric of war so I can
Yeah.
do shit for you? Because
Yeah,
I don't know if you
can I do
noticed this,
more?
but everything you need me to do right now involves hitting
26 should
people.
hit. And this is two-handed, or one-handed, by the way, because I have the shield up.
You're muted,
Hello?
Corey.
God damn. So yes, you bash it, smashing it right on its paw as it growls and lifts its paw and shakes it. And it takes what, 6 damage?
Yeah, I think 6.
6 damage, and it growls at you as its second copy just kind of dissipates
So now we attack normal.
Yep.
until its next turn.
I don't think it's gonna have an extra.
Voltaire.
Voltaire immediately perks up after, and he just. I'm gonna take the dash action because I'm not gonna be able to get there in one turn. He's gonna go there. He's gonna soar, and he's just.
Morphle? Who's Morphle? Did you name these things?
No idiot, more food.
Food.
And it's Rex's
What you
turn.
mean? Did Thalrak make a snack? Because I swear to God, now that I'm listening, it sounds like he's beating the shit out of something in there.
Okay, so now it looks like there's only one.
Yeah. Tharak's over
Alright.
here beating some meat.
So
Wow.
Rex is gonna start attacking with the greatsword. For 27 to hit.
Absolutely, you hit.
For 12 damage.
Yes, you do 12 damage.
And
As blood
takes a-
spills onto the floor.
take a second swing. For a 24.
You hit
9 more damage.
for 9 damage. Ripping a small tear in one of its wings. Not that it matters because you're in a fucking cave.
And last attack. For a 27 to hit. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you hit.
For 8 damage.
8 more damage, cutting a line across the side of its mouth as the blood begins to pool on the floor. And it reeks. It smells, well, not to Rex. Rex, you're fine with it. But Thalrak, to you, it smells like death that has been in the sun for a week in Texas.
God, this is.
Voltaire, you think this smells delicious. Igarath, you don't really smell anything either way. It's neutral.
Like, it smells better than normal monster blood, but like,
Well,
not
yeah,
necessarily
yeah, it-
palatable.
Yeah, it'd be like smelling water.
Oh, it lost its place in initiative.
It was after you, Rex.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. And it lashes out at Rex. What's your armor class?
22.
1, 2, 3, 3.
What were the rolls on all 3?
22, 23, and 25.
I'm gonna cast shield and negate all the damage.
And all the damage is negated as it doesn't burst through your shield, as it whips and waggles its tentacles, trying to find an opening to insert itself into, but it can't penetrate your defenses. And it's Icarus' turn.
You getting?
Okay.
It's very
Oh
angry
my
about it.
Jesus.
Ow.
That was really loud.
Yeah, it was.
Here, here's a lower version. Hopefully. There
Thank
you
you.
Thank you. I honestly felt like someone drove by outside my house. Like,
And like in the loudest Harley you could imagine.
yeah, absolutely.
Icarus, what are you doing?
Spell, hold on. I'm picking my spell to cast.
Icarus looks like he grabs out his whip, but he doesn't. And then he whips it anyways with Tasha's Mind Whip.
Thank you for that, Noah. Meta,
Sounds
Jesus.
good.
And that is a save, and it tries to make the save, and it absolutely does not make the save, taking 13 damage and recoiling in pain. Rawr!
And then on its turn, there are some stipulations as well.
Okay.
Because most of my spells like this are pretty fuck you.
All right.
And after, because he barely has enough movement to get visual on this thing, so he's literally, I'm picturing him literally like leaning around the corner, pretending to whip the creature like a dance move, you know, like if somebody on the dance floor where they're like,
now.
yeah, exactly, except it fucking works. And he's like, I think I've got an idea of how we can move through this dungeon a little bit more healthier than we have been, but you guys finish up butchering him first, okay?
Okay.
No, please, by all means, beat the shit out of him. And he then gives it a stink eye like you'd give a toddler that's like misbehaving, that you're not actually mad
true.
at.
And it is Dalrek's turn.
Alright. Tharek is going to hit. Now, I have advantage this time, correct?
Yes.
Alright. He's just going to hit with his hammer. One-handed again.
And you hit it for 5 damage, bonking it across the nose. Boop.
Cool. And that's my turn.
Voltaire.
Alrighty, Voltaire's gonna freaking fly in, absolutely just starving, and he's gonna take his maul and she's gonna position himself to get reckless or advantage, and then he's gonna swing his maul with all his might to break this thing into.
You absolutely hit, smashing its head in once again, exposing your delicacy. Literally, it had 3 HP left, so you smashed the fuck out of it.
He's just and he licks his lips and he goes and he just starts eating very calmly.
Ask that Rick if you can make it for breakfast tomorrow.
God. No.
Can you cook this and the other one?
Rex is gonna, I don't think I want to wash this. And he's just gonna start going. Oh, there's nothing.
Josh is gonna go down the hall.
Rex will follow. To a dead end.
Nope, it keeps going.
Nope, it keeps going.
Roll perception, Dalrek and Rex.
Oh, alright.
Rex will ready a dodge action.
That was my suggestion, is that why don't you walk with a dodge action and then I walk right behind you, and then that way anything that tries to attack you, you're ready for, and then I can get him with a whole, oh, yo, don't do that sort of move, you know? Yeah, that's good, right?
Dalrek, you don't see anything.
Okay.
I feel like you're just gonna do whatever you want, regardless of what I say.
I mean, to some extent, but what I want is for us to work together.
Whatever floats your boat. Hat man.
Rex,
I
roll
don't even know.
dexterity saving throw.
Would this be at advantage because I have that ready to action?
It's not an attack, so no. And you step and you hear a plate clink beneath you.
Doesn't dodge?
I don't think so.
Let me check. You make dexterity saving throws with disadvantage. Or with advantage, sorry.
Okay, so yeah, one more save.
Yeah, please don't die right here.
You jump backwards, the ceiling caves in, and giant rocks just fall down and crush right where you used to be.
Did that stop us from going through?
Yeah,
Do we need to get through to the other side?
I would just say we go back the way we came and go a different way. I'm not playing this game of trying to get through the rubble.
Artemis?
With
They
that-
threw some rocks got thrown. I don't know.
With that, Rex is gonna switch to his halberd, and he's gonna start like using it to poke the ground in front of him with the reach.
Oh,
You got to do what you got to do to survive, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's scared. He almost got turned into, like, cars when they're getting crushed. That's what I'm imagining.
it wouldn't have been ideal. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. You wouldn't have died. Well,
What if you had dodged out of the way on the other side, and then it's just a dead end over there, and you're like, "Oh fuck! Hey guys, help!" But like, there's too many rocks, and we can't hear you, and we're like, "Well, I'll bet he'll find his way," and you're just stuck in the dead end.
he's just dead. He just dies in the dungeon.
Well, I have Misty Step just in case.
Do you need
That would be
sign
good.
of sight, or can you go through walls with Misty Step?
Uh,
I haven't tried to abuse Misty Step recently, so I can't remember. I know Far Step you don't need no line of sight because Shraga has that,
Nope.
and
I see it.
if he closes his eyes and remembers real good, doesn't that count as seeing it?
Nope.
if he just like kind of pokes a little tiny sliver through the rocks.
Well, no. If you had been under that or on the other side of it, Ikrath would have shattered it and been like, "Where the fuck is my robot?" And then Thalrak would have been like, "Robot, really?" And he's like, "Sorry, where the fuck is Thalrak's robot?" Sorry, man, I didn't realize you'd claimed them. You know, that kind of shit.
Oh God, what's happening?
Perception, those of you who are actively perceiving.
Alright.
Oh boy.
Well, there's a nat 20. That's not me.
That was mine.
It was great.
Rex,
to
you
get
get
a
a
when you.
strong feeling of danger from the right and a feeling of reward from the left. Wait, those are from your
Wait,
direction.
our left or
your
Like,
left.
okay? So
Like this is
This is danger.
reward.
we're facing this way. So this is
Danger.
This is the right.
Reward. Danger. Reward.
I
Do you
think
tell that
there's
to
Can
everybody?
you go with that
Oh, yeah.
one more time? I'm just kidding. Please.
Reward.
Danger. Reward.
I
Danger.
think there's something fun down this way, and not
I
so
love
fun down
fun
the
things.
other way.
I love fun things.
That depends on your definition of fun. See, in our opinion, what's
Is
fun
it just me,
might
or
be
is
edible.
it just me, or is when he makes that face, do you just get unnerved? And he's talking to Rex and Thalrak about Voltaire.
Oh, we've dealt with that before.
But it's
Oh, I
like
picked
it's
that
weird,
earlier.
right? It's almost like he's a different person when he makes.
Oh
it.
yeah, absolutely. But like I said before, I'm not his dad. I'm not his mother, so I can't bother to give a fuck anymore.
Uh,
I respect that. I really do.
so many doors.
Wait, do we get to see what's down here at least? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yep. Icareth, roll perception, and Rex, roll perception.
Clickety 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 click.
Rex, you are convinced that The road path ahead of you is very safe.
Well, Rex is still going to be poking the ground with his halberd with the reach on it.
Mm-hmm.
Think of like a blind person walking, sweeping it back and forth.
Roll dexterity saving throw.
Oh god.
And Tharak.
What do I do? Dexterity?
Yep.
Alright.
Okay. Rex, you are able to grab on to where's a good color for this? What's a color? You're able to grab on to some stones jutting out on the wall as you're hanging from the wall as this whole cavern splits in half. Alarak, you are dumped into 10-foot deep boiling water.
Oh,
You initially
Okay.
take 11 damage. Roll
Nope.
athletic. What?
if it's heat.
Oh, half damage.
Uh-huh.
So 5 damage. And you need to roll an athletics check
Alright.
or be drowning. Splash! And you are swimming in the boiling. Do you want to get... Keep in mind,
Can
you're about
someone
5
get
feet
me out?
down with 10 feet, so...
Alright.
So, like, imagine like a
Just-
5-foot drop that Rex is
Throw me a
hanging.
roll.
Yeah, Ikrath is gonna immediately be like, "Hang on, you want a speedo?"
How about you throw me a rope instead?
I don't have a rope.
Fly down and catch you.
I'm a fucking wizard, mate. I don't carry things. I'll make them with my magic hands. Actually, it's mostly books. Hands have very little to do with it. We just wave them around a lot so people don't get suspicious and think we're witches, or worse yet, ducks.
What's all this?
Those are
Oh,
bubbles.
boiling.
These are bubbles.
Was there a opening up this way?
Yeah.
Can I try and climb to it?
You can make an attempt. It's a
Well, if
very...
Dalrak is refusing the
No.
disc, I'm gonna shove it.
Oh
over.
no. Zarek's gonna hop on it, but it doesn't move.
But at least you're out of the boiling water.
True.
Here, I'll fly down and grab you.
It's only 5 feet. Just hold your arm out and I'll grab it.
Nah,
Hold your
man,
arm out.
That sounds dangerous. I'm pretty sure we need to fly in and grab you.
And he holds his arm out.
Alright, Tharak's gonna grab it. I'm assuming meta these are combined strength
Yeah.
rolls.
Yeah, add your
Okay.
2 strength bonuses together, and then roll a single dice.
And Icarus
Alright,
like,
so
lift with your
I
legs,
have a-
not your backs.
I have a +2, so whatever you roll, Voltaire, just roll add 2 to it.
$14 is the total, I guess.
I'll allow it, but I'm being generous today.
Alright.
And you pull him out, and Rex, are you attempting to scale the wall? It does look very difficult. You can certainly do it, it just looks very difficult.
If he waits half a second once Thalrak's off of the floating disc, I can send that under him. So if he falls on the disc and not in the boiling hot water.
Okay, yeah, he'll wait until the disc is free.
There you go, mate. Just in case you fall and have a little scuffle.
Alright, what do I have to roll?
Well, you're fine if you're on a disc. Doesn't the disc move?
No, it's a mobile.
Oh,
The disc doesn't move. You just float. Usually you have to propel yourself or like push stuff
Okay.
on it.
Oh,
It's
then I
more
can
like
just
a-
use the wall to like just push myself.
That's true.
Then that's what I'll do.
there you go.
And I think I can even lift it. I can change its altitude by like 20 feet, I think.
Yep, so you can just make it over there. Now the
Okay.
party's all in 3 separate parts. Remember, that's about a 10-foot gap right there.
Yeah, because it's double from what we're measuring.
Yeah. So what are you guys gonna do now?
Well, I'm pretty sure I'm never wrong, so I'm pretty sure over here is the correct way to go. So you guys should come over here to me.
I think Rex is just gonna take a peek.
Also, the way I'm pretty sure that's correct is because you both almost died by going that way. So, obviously, if there's going to be a reward, like you said, it's going to be over here where there's not traps.
No,
Right? Like, if I had valuables down here, I wouldn't want traps in the way. What if I set them off when I went to go get my valuables?
Icarus,
That's
on you.
ridiculous.
Where to, Thalrak?
Well, Icarus, can you put the disc like halfway here so we can at least all be on the same side?
I don't think we'll fit on the disc, mate.
Thalrak,
It's
I'll
not
give you
gonna
a quick
fit.
second to think about this.
What?
So,
If
so
it's
what?
if it's halfway, it's about what, a 4-foot jump to where the platform is, and another 4 feet. So we just have to run, start, and just jump and jump. It's not that hard.
Why don't you just hop on it and then do what Rex did and just push yourself along the wall, mate?
Oh gosh, I see what you mean, Azion. Sometimes my friends are idiots. I'll give you two just 1 minute to think about the whole jumping
wait.
thing. I'll go talk to Rex. And he just kind of flies over to Rex.
Sark just like has that like realization. Oh, right. I didn't think your wingspan would fit this situation, but apparently it does.
No, he's like a goldfish. His wings fit whatever environment he grew up in. So he must have grew up in a cave.
Okay, I'm going to Rex. What's going on out there? That way?
Well, I don't know. It's just empty caverns. I think the correct way might be where Ikarath went.
Oh, that must hurt to admit.
Okay, then I guess if you want to grab a hold, and I'll take you there.
As long as you don't eat me.
I'm not going. Why would I eat you, Rex? Never hurt you. You're my favorite.
Voltaire, you smell something delicious coming from. Where's my thingy tool? Here we go. Coming from that way.
You know, maybe Ikarath's wrong. Maybe that way is the right way. Maybe we just go that way. Maybe that's where all the good things. Excuse me. It's walking that way. If you need me, just holler. I'll probably come back.
Probably.
It gets stronger to your left.
So hold on, Thalric.
I remember you. And he just starts eating.
Sorry, but just a little amusing.
That was good.
Oh my god.
That was very good. That was. That has got to be one of those really satisfying moments as the DM to actually be able to pull off.
Absolutely. Well, there. Where are you? Do you see some stairs over there?
It's a circle. Oh gosh, this is so good. He just yells back. This is back the way we came.
Rex is gonna like holler down to Ikarath. Can I get the?
Oh yeah,
disc
while
again?"
you guys were doing that, I would have offered the disc to Thalrak to come over to where Ikarath is. Because that took a hot second. And Thalrak's like right there.
Yep.
Would he have come though?
Would he? Alright.
So I was just gonna stare at Icarus and be like, Alright, so until the other one comes back, how do you propose I get across?
He just re-summons the disc and then kind of shoves it to you and be like, I don't know if you've been over this yet, but this is pretty helpful. I don't know if you
Alright,
remember.
step onto it.
Yeah, there we go. This is a good lad. Come on.
There's stairs. And Thalric gets across. No problem whatsoever. Rex is still over there. Oh, the wings taste so good.
Rex, are you able to come back?
Yes, send the disc down here and I'll slide my way over.
You send the disc?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rex.
And then Rex will just use the wall to like push himself
Yep.
while on the disc. And then across.
Yep.
Wizards are helpful people. So much better
Voltaire
than most
is
druids. All
that-
the druids are good for is making lots of drugs. But if the wizard's clever, he can do just the same. That's why you all know Ikarav, because he's insanely famous. Fuck, I was so close.
And Rex.
Voltaire said that that way is just the way we came.
Yeah, I knew that. Totally. Makes sense.
Alright.
So
He did,
this
and
is,
Thalric yelled down the hall, like, hopefully Voltaire can hear him. And he just would go, Voltaire, you got about a minute to catch up or we're leaving without you.
Oh my! He just stops one more thing into his face and he goes back.
Yeah, I got respect for that guy. He's very single-minded.
This is all going very well for you guys.
Alright, sorry, I'm back. He's absolutely covered in blood by now.
Oh yeah, you guys are doing a great job.
Thalric just doesn't care anymore.
Are you sporting that look on purpose, or do you want a little pick-me-up, buddy?
I was hungry, so I ate the thing.
No, I know, but do you want to wear it on your clothes to be like, haha, I ate the thing? Or
My clothes aren't really doing so well right now.
Yeah, if you look, his
Really?
entire shirt is ripped open, and his entire chest is a writhing black mass.
yeah, okay.
This
I
thing
think
likes
that-
it though. And he at the chest.
Yeah, honestly, I think you're doing just fine, mate. I think you're doing just fine. You're good. Absolutely no need to worry or think twice about anything that's going on.
Not at all.
Probably.
It's very safe.
Hopefully we get out of here. I'm sick of this goddamn news.
Or maybe that's the reward that's down here, mate. Maybe.
Hopefully.
I hope it's a nice sharp sword.
And you look around the corner and you see a room with black marble tile with a gold inset around it and a chest that is literally that big with gold inlays. So
Hold on.
that's like
Hold on.
16 feet wide by 12 feet deep by like
Can we
10 feet tall.
perceive for danger?
Investigation.
What Icarat's doing. Also, meta.
Yeah. Let's go!
The gold inlay is very magical. Of a, let me look.
Like a trappish nature.
I will tell you what's cool in a second. Abjuration. 3rd level abjuration.
Is it a trap? Like, could I use thieves' tools to disarm it?
No.
If it's in the inlay thieves tools, you'd have to scrape all of the inlay off. So probably not.
No, this is more magical. The 3rd level abjuration attached to it.
Ah.
Does someone have dispel magic?
Well, first let's see what Ikarath knows about it.
Glyph of warding.
Ah, Glyph of warding. Whatever I have in that spell. Yes. Norm. We're gonna start off with a level 3.
All right. Let's see. Spells level. This is here. Okay, roll your thing.
Raw intelligence.
Unfortunately, you are not able to. You're close.
Can Thalrak try? Or is Ikarath gonna just go again?
Ikarath was going to turn around and ask you if you can cast guidance on him, but he's not quite sure if he should because he's pretty sure paladins don't get that spell.
Actually, oh god. Oh my god. Hold on. I'm just gonna do this for stream.
He's being
Making
boozled.
myself go away. Making myself go away. But yeah, he'll cast. If you want guidance, he'll cast guidance. If you're wanting to do it again.
Okay, let's try it then.
You can do it. I
So-
believe in you.
He's going to do it again. And he's going to go raw intelligence plus a d4.
Oh,
But that'll dispel up to level 14?
Yeah, no, that
Yeah.
absolutely dispels it with a click and.
Thalrak's gonna look at Ikarath and be like, "Can I
All right,
please
hold
go
on.
low?"
Nope,
That
hold
nat
on,
20
hold
see
on.
any other danger?
Hmm?
The investigation, did it see any other danger?
Not from where you were.
Thalrak, do you want to, or Ikarath,
He's
do you
gonna
want to open this?
step inside the room. Does anything happen when he steps inside the room?
No.
Okay, he's gonna step across whatever this gold barrier is. Anything happen?
Yes, the door shuts behind you.
Oh, so we're
Well,
trapped in
there,
this
be a
room now?
darling and see if you can
Not as
open
much
that,
a
would you?
trap as a.
It just
Yeah.
lodges in
Didn't
here.
hurt you. Yeah, Voltaire, you're stuck on the outside as a gold door filled with ruins slams
keep-
shut.
Keep hitting me with the loving kindness of Moradin, yeah, mate. And he's going to investigate it now that we're closer up to it, and kind of like go around the sides and check it all over the place for more traps.
Cast another guidance.
Investigation.
28.
It is most definitely trapped. It's a mechanical trap of some point, but you can't tell what it does.
Okay, then he's gonna check to see if the mechanical trap is to throw us off the scent.
You don't know.
Ooh, gee willikers. With a 28 on investigation, can we see whether or not there's a way to figure out where the attack or the trap will come from? Because like if it's just gonna hit forward outside the chest, we can just open the chest without like.
You even looking into the keyhole don't see anything evident
Okay.
that would be outward facing.
With a 28 on investigation, can I tell if the chest is locked?
Oh yeah, absolutely locked. It has a keyhole.
Okay, Rex has
have
thieves'
none.
tools. And he's proficient in them,
And you have shield just in case.
Mm-hmm.
just in case. What do you want me to roll on thieves' tools for this?
I think you're supposed to be able to roll thieves' tools somehow, but I don't know.
No, but you have to tell me, like, dexterity, intelligence, like, is the lock more intelligence Like it's very complicated or dexterity? Like there's a lot of moving parts.
It needs tools to try to unlock something. It's always dexterity. So unless you're trying to do something other than unlock it.
Yeah. Are you trying to unlock it, or are you trying to disarm
Yeah.
it?
And Meta, the way that these tools work is you're making a sleight of hand,
Mhm.
and if you don't already have your proficiency bonus into it, you can add it. But if you already have it, it lets you just basically add it again.
It unlocks.
It's basically.
It unlocks.
Okay, hold on. Everybody back up. I've got something I want to try.
Yeah. Well,
Well, we can't leave the room. The door's shut. Remember?
Oh, that's right.
So I was gonna pick a corner.
Yeah, definitely get out of the gold zone, I think. Four chairs, the door unlocked yet?
Voltaire's gonna like try to push the door open or do something with it.
It doesn't budge.
Not moving. Should I move out of the way of the door or something? What are you doing?
Wait,
Can I investigate the door?
wait. I have an idea. I have an idea that this would work, and we could hide behind it.
You're making a wall.
Your
favorite spell.
Man, I hardly ever got to use it in the past, and now it has so much utility in this freaking dungeon.
Yeah.
Just making a Morden's wall that basically is between us and the chest, so it will block anything that may potentially hit us, and we're just all in a line. Icarus being the tallest one is right up against it, and then it just goes from there.
Should I move?
Unless Rex is taller.
Rex is 6'5".
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So whoever's the tallest is right up against the wall, and then it just goes according to height. So that's in the back.
So the wall comes up? Yes? No? Maybe?
Yeah, the wall's up.
Yeah.
Okay, once we're behind the wall, Ikrath casts Unseen Servant with the simple command of open the chest.
The chest opens, and as it opens, you see a metal wire connected to the underside of the lid that is being drawn up with the lid, and you hear a shink noise below you. Do you look? What do you do? You look at the ground?
Guess.
No. I just immediately tensor floating disc under myself, and I try to grab both of them and yank us onto it.
And you look below you, and you see that there are now small holes scattered evenly across the ground, where it looks like a little disc came down in each of them. And as you hear it snick in, you see gas start to rise from the holes in the ground,
Great, Voltaire.
filling the room.
What's in?
What's inside the chest?
The chest has a shit ton of gold in it, a staff of some sort, a hammer, and if you've played RuneScape, what looks like dragon claws.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Is this gas like something you breathe in?
Oh yeah, everybody needs to make a con save.
Rex is
Do you
fine.
breathe it in?
Wait,
Yeah.
Is it a poison?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm unaffected. I don't
Yeah,
breathe.
we're all immune.
well, there you go.
Warforged don't breathe.
It smells bad.
Voltaire, we're gonna need this door open if you can. There's poison gas in here, but luckily it's not affecting us right at the moment.
When will it start affecting you?
After we sleep through Tiny Hut tomorrow morning.
Okay. Well, I'll try to figure something out.
Tarak is
Gonna
gonna
start-
go to the chest, and upon seeing the hammer, he's gonna reach for it to grab it.
Yes, there is also 600 gold in 100 gold bars.
Icarus, you have the bag of holding, right?
We have a bag of holding?
No,
Ikrath
Galleon
doesn't
has
have
one.
to do.
I thought we had a bag holding.
I don't think so.
I thought we did.
Voltaire
Wait, so
swings
what
at
was
the
in
door.
the chest? Dragon claws?
But that's what
And
they look
gold?
like. Yeah, they attach to your hands like a
Ikrath will
gauntlet.
take the staff.
In terms of like what they would act like, they'd act like a gauntlet in terms of like proficiency.
So unarmed attack?
If that's how gauntlets work.
Like, yeah, basically.
Yeah. They're plate though, so
You're what class are you, Rex? I forget. Are you a class that's
Eldritch.
proficient with? Are you proficient with martial weapons? Because if you are, don't worry about it. You're proficient with it.
Yeah, I'm proficient with martial weapons.
Yeah, then you'd
I'm
be
a
proficient with it.
I'm an Eldritch Knight, which is a fighter.
Oh, fuck
What kind of hammer is this? Is this a war hammer?
or a light hammer. Is it two-handed or one-handed?
It's gonna be war, light, or maul. Is the three options for.
Yeah.
we're gonna go with two-handed.
So a war hammer.
And that let me
Oh, that's questionable because warhammers are versatile. Mauls would be the solely two-handed. Then it'd be warhammer,
this
which
is
you
a
can wield either
two-handed
way.
thing that looks like this if you look on screen.
I don't see anything on screen.
No, you'll have to look on Twitch.
Oh.
I don't. I need.
Oh.
Ooh,
Oh
fancy.
no. That looks like it could be a warhammer because it has that gap in the middle for two hands. Like for the
It's the Magma
grab.
hammer.
That's that right. That's that.
Yeah, that's absolutely calling to me. Alright. Immediately snagging it.
Icarus like, I don't know. You sure it's not my style? No, I'm just kidding, mate. I'm just kidding.
Alright.
Yeah,
Yeah,
swinged
and
at the door. Did he do
So
anything
you're gonna
to
need
it?
somebody to identify it.
Oh goody, hi,
Icarus
yes.
Icarus can do that as soon as we're out of this, but
Yeah.
Icarus wants to check the chest. You said there was the 3 things in it, and then there was the gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, 600 gold.
Rex will start.
Is there a secret thing at the bottom of it?
There is.
Is it large enough for Icarus to climb into and scare the shit out of his party members?
It's just a little latch.
Ah, damn
you
it.
open it.
Yeah, fuck yeah. There's a hand.
There's a
crossbow and shoots
Icarus
him right in
reaches
the face.
into the chest and pulls on something and hear a schnick and a little spark, and then
Oh no.
Oh no!
everybody make dex saves at its advantage. No, Voltaire, go back where the fuck you were. I saw that.
Gosh dang it. Noticed it, I was like, nope.
Oh no! I think we need to re-roll that.
Wait, hold on. We don't have to spend points for it though.
Would this count as a danger? I'm gonna.
Oh wait, hold on.
He would see the door starting to fly.
We took a rest. I can chronal shift that.
Yeah, he can chrono shift now. Oh, there we go, dexterity save.
So we're making dexterity saving throws right now?
Yes. At
Why are they gonna
disadvantage standard. Except for
Disadvantage,
Voltaire.
okay.
Voltaire's would have been normal, so Voltaire, you do get your advantage. For those in the room, your base is disadvantage.
Okay.
So I get to roll again. Okay,
Yeah,
You're
you do,
lucky that I
but
used it on you.
Icarus does
dead.
not.
Icarus, you can use yours. I have Indomitable. I can use that.
Oh, good. So yeah, I will re-roll mine then, and then you can re-roll yours.
I was gonna say, if anyone needs a reroll, I can also spend my
A
points for
fucking
that.
2 is better than a nat 1.
An 8
Yeah,
is
oh my
not much
god, we
better
all
than a
rolled
one.
like shit.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm collecting my dice.
I'm collecting my dice. Good God.
Don't worry, it's fine.
It's been nice knowing you.
No, it's no
have
one's
a
doing
plan.
that.
We rolled a 6, but we have a
If-
fire.
if-
Voltaire,
it's
you
igniting the
cartwheel
gas,
backwards.
Thalrak's gonna live. Thalrak's gonna live, I'm pretty sure.
Actually, so what happens? So first, let's look at the damage. Well, I'll tell you the damage second. So, well, we'll have to know how it goes out. Okay, so give me a second.
As you say, Meta, we don't see any of this, just you.
30, 40, 54,
See,
54
kids at home,
damage
this is the
for a
reason why you don't get
fail.
greedy.
54 damage for a fail.
Alright, well, I
Half
think
that.
it was
It's
fire
it's
damage, right,
concussive.
Nana?
It's concussive. It's an explosion.
Concussive?
So force.
Yeah, force damage. 54, half that on a save.
Ow.
Voltaire, you Matrix style backwards as this door rips itself off of the hinges and it flies horizontally above you and lodges itself in the wall. And the rest of you get blown back against the wall. Even if you save, you just get hurt less. Nobody saved. Shock checks for... What's your max HP, Rex?
97.
Yeah, so shock checks for everybody except for Voltaire. Actually, I don't think any of you can save outside of a nat 20.
What's the DC on it?
Well, no, because
50.
we also had the temporary hit points.
Yeah.
But it's max
Well, then-
HP, not... It doesn't...
No,
well,
it's
no,
damage.
this,
It's
no,
damage taken.
yeah, 54 divided by 2
So
would
if,
be 20.
If Rex had 20, if Rex had a whole bunch of like, if he still, I still had my temp HP. It wasn't enough to save me from half, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, Rex wasn't either. He didn't have his
Like, I'm
temp
technically
HP.
above half with my temp hit points, but yeah, I'll do the I'll do the shock.
So
Nope.
you...
Are you sure? Are you sure you want to do that?
Everybody
Do what?
is just unconscious. Except for Voltaire. Voltaire, you're
Except
fine.
for Voltaire.
Voltaire just Matrix.
Yeah.
There's this giant explosion, and you just see gold and shit scattered all throughout the room.
No, we
And you s-
scooped up the gold.
We scooped up the gold.
Oh, you put the bars? Okay, you
we
don't see that.
pocketed. We pocketed everything before Ikarath would have pulled that the thing at the bottom, and like Ikarath is holding on to the staff.
Ikarath has a
and,
staff, Thalric has a
Nex
hammer.
has the claws.
Oh, the hammer, the staff is adorned with a crystal dove at the top. It looks like a mahogany wood with gold end caps on each side and a crystal dove at the top.
Interessano.
Write that down for when you identify it later. Rex, well, let's get the picture. Okay. Open in a tab. Voltaire, do you have Twitch up?
One sec, I can open it real quick. Yes.
That's more or less what the claws look like that Rex currently is grasping. And then, Ikarath, you'll have to use your imagination based on my description. I don't have a picture for that.
It's fine.
Teacher just kind of walks in, just. Uh-oh. Well, what do I?
Corey, look up a staff of Slisk. That seems like something.
Maybe. It doesn't
Ikarath.
have a bird at the top.
No, it
Yeah,
doesn't
this
have
is-
a bird.
This sounds like such a highly specific thing that either you found it because you saw it, or you made this up and no, there is no art.
I made it up and there is no art.
Yeah, that's the reason why I like to make things up based off of art I find, as opposed to the other way around.
So, Voltaire, you stroll in. Everybody's unconscious, slumped against the walls, each with the things that they took out of the chest. And no treasure inside the chest for Voltaire.
No, the 600 wounds are still there. We didn't touch those yet.
No, they were
Well,
pocketed.
Yeah.
Ikarath says that
Oh.
and they're bars. They're 6 golden bars of 100 gold apiece.
Okay. Well, Thark didn't take those, so.
Ikarath apparently pocketed them.
Ikarath would have if nobody else did, for sure.
Yep.
What do we do here? Just, just kind of looks down the golden ray. What do you think?
We could leave them here, they'll be safe.
That's rude.
Come now. Go out, eat, be merry.
Should we wake them up?
They seem like they're napping quite nicely. Maybe hear me out. We get rid of the dwarf. Get rid of all of the dwarves in the area.
No, I'm not going to. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to wake them up. You can't. And he walks over to Thalrak. He like lifts Thalrak up gingerly and just sort of says, "How do I?" And he just kind of roars in Thalrak's face,
Intimidation.
old dragon style. All right.
I roll anything against that meta?
No, you're unconscious. And you are still unconscious. You try to roar, but you get choked up for some reason. You get a hairball, a dragon. You get a brain ball.
Just gonna. I wonder. Usually, getting hurt wakes someone up. Let's just sort of. This might hurt his fingers too much, or might not. And he just kind of drags Thalrak's body along and sets one of his hands on like the chest, like where the chest closes. And he's not gonna slam the chest, but he's gonna like try to close the chest with just a bit of force on Thalrak's hand.
I can think of a million better ways.
Roll
to
strength.
You're dealing with the intelligence of two idiots. In
Roll
one
strength.
Mind. Oh no.
Oh yeah, you smash his fingers. Thalrak take 4 damage, and you are definitely awake, but you are, for some reason, have your fingers slammed shut with Voltaire holding the lid closed to a treasure chest that just...
You're awake!
Doc immediately turns and wait, which hand did he smash first off? Was it the left hand?
Probably.
That would be the closest hand to Voltaire, Thalrak staring shit at the chest. Okay, right hand is gonna punch Voltaire.
Roll unarmed.
It's just gonna be string, yeah.
Oh.
It was open.
Just bounces off of Voltaire's black chest, which cushions the blow. But your hand feels real scummy and nasty. You feel your hand feels defiled after punching him.
I immediately try to shake it like off the griminess. Do I have to like do the cure disease bit?
No.
Okay, it just
you
feels
don't
like
got
it's
an
not
open.
like actually.
No, you don't have an open cut on your hand. You're fine.
Okay.
So just lifts the sort of thing up and says, "Well, I was waking you up."
That wouldn't be the way to go about it.
Rude in your face, you didn't do anything. I'm sorry, I don't have exactly the smartest person helping me.
To, like, I don't know, smack my cheek or something? You let
That never works.
You didn't try it.
Okay. Back when I was a child, and I already graduated from school, became a god, my brother was in magic school, I would do that every morning, he wouldn't wake up. So then I'd just lift him and I'd throw him out the window, then he'd wake up. There's no windows, so I tried this.
Have you tried the dwarven method of just shaking them like an infant?
Yeah, I'll try that on Rex.
Oh no!
He grabs Rex and he just starts... He
Unarmed.
grabs his Rex legs and he just starts swinging him around to wake him up.
Yeah. Strength actually. No, athletics.
Well, you'd probably want to check strength because Rex is a chonky boy.
Well, athletics, he's spinning around in circles while he's doing it. Oh yeah, you spin and spin and you spin him around, and I'm assuming his head's just getting bounced off the fucking walls. And you take 6 damage as you probably have a roll a Constitution save, Rex.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rex. I'm sorry.
I'd like to think that you're moaning. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Rex, you're mildly.
shaking him away.
Rex, you just go, boom, motherfucker, and you wake up and you've got a concussion. You've got a mild concussion, and you take six of those damage points, but you're awake.
He's awake now. That's 2 for 2.
Rex is gonna like, what happened?
The chest blew up. Door flew off. I dodged it.
Nobody saw your epic Neo moment, though.
Honestly, it was amazing. I like all swoopy and stuff. I needed to wake you up, and Thalrak said, "Shake you awake." The dwarves do it. So I grabbed you and I shook you around. You said it.
You're right. I did.
Why would you say such a thing?
Or do you want me to wake you up in your wrath? Punch him in the face 5 times?
No. I got this. Tharak's gonna go over to Ikarath, and since Ikarath's like slumping at the wall, Ikarath's just gonna crouch and then just smack him across the face.
Roll, is it unarmed damage, I suppose?
Yeah, it's just like he's not purposely trying to hurt him, but it's like enough to sting.
Yeah, you take 1 damage, and you are awake, Ikarath, to Thalrak slapping you in the face.
You know, I probably did deserve that. I don't know why, though.
I'm just making sure you're awake and alive.
I wasn't.
You wouldn't need
Now what? Well, you were making sure, but I wasn't. So, am I in limbo?
No, you're alive. You were just unconscious.
Oh.
Someone blew up the pump and there was an explosion in the room.
There are better ways to wake a fella up than
Trust me,
his gob.
that honor.
See, I said so. There are better.
I thought
and I
paladins
woke you
do
up.
the old elven sailing trick for waking people up. No, there's a really simple way to wake people up that's not quite as rude, and it works 100% of the time. Give us your hand, then.
Nope, I'm not doing that. Not again. And he's gonna like hold his left hand to his chest.
Jesus Christ, what happened to your hand?
Fine.
Mate, what fucking happened to your hand? You look like you've been trying this on all your fingers. You're only supposed to do it on one.
He points to Voltaire and just goes over to Rex because he sees that Rex is like the most hurt, and he's gonna do
And he has a
cure wounds on
concussion.
Rex.
Yeah, Rex is real hurt.
Yeah, I mean all of us are hurt, but for at least for right now, he's gonna do cure wounds on you first.
Yeah, Rex is sitting at about 10% HP.
No, yeah, Voltaire. Just so we know, there's a nice method for waking people up.
All right, you get. Wait, why is it doing it?
That civilized people would be more akin to be using than, I suppose, barbarian like you, but it's a fun little lesson anyway. Give us your hand, then.
Walter just stares at Ikarath. How about you give me your hand, Ikarath?
Okay, but you gotta follow my instructions, otherwise it's not gonna work.
Okay.
Rex, you get 17 health back.
So he takes his hand and he puts it and he's like, okay, so separate the middle finger and the ring finger, right? Okay, and
Yeah.
then like you don't actually need some. I usually use the dagger of my knife, the hilt of my knife, and he pulls out a very small thin knife and he puts it between these two fingers.
Nope,
and
nope,
it's like,
nope.
all you gotta do is you gotta bend those in a way they don't bend. It wakes you up. It doesn't do any damage as long as you don't break a bone. It
And I
hurts
can do
like
that.
hell. Yeah, try it.
I can use it with one hand, and he just kind of grabs, and he just like.
You've already
grabs
got
the
Ikarath's hand.
fingers. Yeah, and he grabs the fingers with his other hand, and he just uses like his index, his middle finger, and his thumb, and he just pushes really hard on Ikarath's fingers in the ways that they aren't supposed to bend.
Yeah. Well, no, the beauty of that is it's actually pretty hard to break somebody's hand like that because your hand will just it'll react and move out of the way. But Ikarath screams like a little girl. He's like, "Yep, that's how you do it. Good job, mate." Oh, bloody hell!
Maybe I should try that next time.
Yeah, no, do that because it's not actually permanently damaging. Like, you know, he fucking slapped me in the face. What
I
the
can't
hell?
believe that. How rude of him to slap someone in the face.
Yeah, but like for future reference, that's a good way to wait because all it is basically fucking with your nerves, and your nerves are like pain, but there's no damage, so it's fine.
Interesting. What's the way I woke Thalrak?
Yeah, that's the way elven sailors wake each other up, and also Los Angeles policemen. But I don't know what a Los Angeles policeman is. That's where I learned that trick from.
Thalrak, so why did you slap Ikarath?
Yeah, Falrak. Aren't you supposed to be the Healy one in the group? Now, granted, that usually is a job for clerics, but like you make do. You do a good job of it too. So what's up?
God. Not to just ignore him for the mass cure wounds I'm about to drop.
Everyone
Wait,
gets
when you say
healed by
ignore,
Ikarath.
you mean you're healing everyone else but him?
Yes.
That's fair. That's absolutely.
He's on that verge. But he's gonna heal everybody with a mass cure wounds once everybody's up and active. $19 points to everybody.
Wait,
Not
take like
including
a short
Ikarath?
rest.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest taking a short rest because then I can get some spell slots back and shit.
We could, but Darek's still at least gonna do some healing.
Yeah, if we take a short rest, we can use our hit die.
Yep.
Walter's gonna try to set the door back up.
Well, Talrock can just use his wall.
The wall's not wide enough.
Well, the wall's only 5 feet wide at its greatest point. The hallways are what, 10?
That's
Yeah.
8 feet.
8,
Yeah.
8.5. Attack in the area.
Roll strength, Voltaire.
Alrighty.
Rex will help.
So I guess strength is advantage with help.
Yeah. Do I roll or does he just get a +3?
The way help uses is it like you give advantage to whoever.
Yeah, you just give him advantage.
Oh, okay.
So an 18.
Yeah, you set the door back in its place,
Alrighty.
and it snicks shut, and you see it grow back into the wall.
Oh,
Oh no.
that might have been a bad idea in hindsight. Hey, no gas!
What happens though if I open up the chest again? Eh? He's not.
Oh.
He's not gonna do that. Don't worry.
Now, how do we get... Okay, the way it came off last time was because the thing exploded. So, Roger, hear me out. Hear me out. We just use enough force to break it off its hinges again.
Do I...
You don't find anything else in the room, Dave Rex. Just what you've already know in this chest that's closed. All right. So Rex, you don't find anything. Just this room, the gold inlay, the door, and the closed chest.
Perfect. Back to full health.
Walter pokes at his chest and he's like, "Can you do anything to this?"
Are you
There's no
talking to
response.
me?
No, he pokes at his chest.
Oh.
The chest grabs your finger and bites just the very tip of it off. You take 1 damage and are now bleeding. But the blood, while you were still touching it, was sucked up by it.
Rex is going to use his
No.
ring.
Hmm.
Do you regret giving that ring out yet?
No.
No. Been pretty handy so far.
Sometimes doors open with a pull, sometimes they open with a push.
Rex is going to try and push the door?
It does nothing.
Is there anything to latch on to, like, pull on it?
Not really. I mean, there's runes, so you get like a teeny grip, but not much.
Is it gold?
It is gold.
Okay. Rex is going to take his halberd and swing and jam it in because it's a nice soft metal.
Well,
to
you
the
would think it
door.
would be a soft metal, except it's magical. As you've noticed,
Oh.
it grew back into the wall, so it hits and scrapes off.
Pull the door open.
I don't know how that would work, mate. Well, we can always try this. Gideon, pull the door open.
It does not pull open.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work, mate.
Okay, you can kibosh this, but I have lightning lure.
I don't know what
It's
that
very
does.
conductive.
Basically,
Pulls.
Door has to make a strength check, and if it fails, it pulls towards him.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It says one creature of your choice. This is definitely not a creature.
Well, that's
I
why
mean,
I'm asking. You can.
the chest just bit somebody. So
no,
it's
no,
worth a shot.
no, not the chest. Voltaire's
The door.
chest. Voltaire's chest bit him.
Oh, okay.
No,
sorry.
the door is just a normal
I missed-
magical door, and the chest is just a normal, really, really strong magical chest. Voltaire's got some weird shit going on with his body hair.
Wait, we just placed the door back into place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's technically off its hinges.
No, it grew
No,
back.
They clicked it into its hinges. That's why it grew back.
Yep.
He was going to use it as sort of like a barrier, so they could all take a rest.
Yes.
I missed the part where they put it back on the hinges. I thought they had it like in whatever little slot it sat in to keep it upright. I thought the hinges were like straight up destroyed from the
Nope.
exploding bit.
No, but it grew back magically because it's a very magical door, like this whole damn place is.
I mean, if you think about it, though, lightning, gold is like probably one of the most conductive metals out there.
It is.
Yeah, it'd be up to you, Meta, whether or not.
Yeah, I mean,
If it's conductive, that just means you just put 16 lightning damage in the door, and the next person to touch it zaps themselves.
yeah, pretty much.
No, the lure is trying to like yoink it towards me.
Yeah, Infamous 2 isn't gonna work here. It was a good
I mean,
attempt.
I could push it open from the other side.
You're going to get to the other side.
I will
to go
tell
out.
you, you have enough knowledge collectively to potentially solve this if you think in the way that that hint was given out in. But I said, as the description says, it's useful as long as you can understand it. Out of character, you collectively have enough information to solve it if you put it all together.
Is the bottom of the door, is there an inch or more between the floor and the door?
No,
Or is it sealed?
it's sealed. Yeah, it's remember it goes to airtight to that's what happens
yeah.
when it
No,
closes.
I know.
It
I'm
grows
just
out
checking.
airtight.
Uh-huh.
And yeah. That's why it was able to reattach itself, because when it closes, it grows out to cover every gap. Otherwise, a gas room wouldn't work too well. So what do you do?
Except the door dropped, right?
I'm going to do
It slid
the Icarat
outwards,
thing.
like
Okay,
sideways
the
it
door,
slid out.
like a glass door.
Alright, that was that plan, Adam.
Rex is gonna
Window?
cash firebolt at it.
While
Oh,
It
they're,
God.
absorbs into the door, and the door glows. The runes glow.
while they're doing that, Icareth pops a mushroom and asks his leopard friend, "Wait, how do you pull a door when you can't grip it?"
You push it.
No, we tried that. It didn't work.
Shit harder.
Did it say a door? Are you a door? Am I a door? And the leopard turns into a door.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I think you are, mate. And Icareth jumps in. Or tries to. I don't know if it's even real.
No, you just jump at it, and you jump through it into a wall head first.
He doesn't jump, he pushes it.
Oh, I thought you said you jumped
Because
through
he
it.
was
No, I don't know if I would go through it. Is my point.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know
no,
if it's
you
real.
push
It's a
and your
drug
hand
trip.
goes through it and it touches the gold wall. And then you see it fall on its back on the ground and then sink into the ground.
I have no clue.
I'll be back.
Yep. It's a puzzle to solve.
Graph, you know that spell you like so much? Shatter?
Ikarath
He said he.
is gonna put Rigetti on the other side of the door,
Okay.
and he's gonna be like, "Try pushing, mate," and I'm gonna pretend like I'm pulling from this side.
Nothing happens.
Try pulling, mate.
Nothing happens.
All right, bye, Rigetti. Fuck it.
No, it's not gonna work.
He's
It's gonna
gonna
be
back away from the
airtight.
door first, obviously, but he's gonna try blowing up out the door.
With what
Oh
spell?
God.
His favorite, Shatter, the one that
Okay.
does double damage to things.
So the door
like doors.
glows and absorbs the spell, and then Rex, please roll your. Well, actually, yeah, roll your firebolt. Rex.
Rex stepped away.
Oh, I will roll it for him. Rex. What level did he cast that at before? 1?
It's a cantrip.
Yeah, it's just a cantrip.
God damn it.
So it'll be 3d10s. If you would just want to roll 3d10s.
God, yeah.
I'm
And
back.
what looks like a suspicious... Well, I gotta roll to hit, too, don't I?
Technically, it just automatically hits because the door can't make any action to move.
Well, no, it's redirecting what was his thing.
Well, then the door would have to... What is the door's casting stat?
It would just mimic whatever it was cast into. I just don't know what that is for Rex. Or how to make the
Intelligence
fucking
is my
thing work.
spellcasting ability.
Can't make it work.
I mean, I can just roll.
Yeah, roll
The
the
hits?
roll the hit, roll it to hit.
How
'Cause
many
I can't
times?
make your just once. I can't make your thing work. Yeah, see, that's what it's supposed to do. And then we'll do the damage. You take 12 damage, Ikrath, as a very familiar looking firebolt hurls itself back out as your shatter gets absorbed.
Can't use magic on it.
Nope. So I'm just gonna pull up the pickaxe. He's gonna go to the door, and he's gonna try to wedge the pickaxe between the doors and try to like shimmy it and start trying to make a
Not
gap
enough
if he
room to get even the tip of
Yeah.
the pickaxe in.
Okay.
It's airtight.
Yeah, it was worth a shot.
Yeah.
Oh, that ain't gonna work.
Is the door made of stone?
No, it's made of magical gold.
Can you dispel the magic?
We haven't tried that.
I'm just gonna bet probably not though, because this isn't a spell. This is like an items magic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, still could try.
You do have enough knowledge to figure it out. But yeah, you can try. It is possible still.
I mean, we could do identify on it. I could do identify on it, and then Icarus could actually do the spell because I can give him guidance on it.
Well, if it's dispellable at all, I think I got it.
It's technically dispellable, but it is not with that.
So it was an 11th level spell cast on this thing?
This is an ancient magic, so I'm allowing you to cast the spell, but there's legitimately only one roll that's gonna get work for it.
Gotcha.
So it's more of a, it probably shouldn't be dispellable, but I'm allowing it because you guys have been in this room for a while, but I'm still putting it at 20. At 20.
Okay.
Fuck it. Does the chest move if you pull on it?
The chest does not move. It is anchored to the ground. Remember, the chest is closed still.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just gonna open the chest.
Okay, the same dealio happens. Everyone is immune, of course, to the poison, but the room does fill up with the gas again. You see an empty chest below you, and you do see that ring, but you guys see it pulled up out of the ground.
All
at
right,
the bottom of the
everybody
chest.
inside. We're going to shut the door. We're going to blow it up, see if that works.
Oh,
Rex, I want you to think about this. If this doesn't work, you know what we're stuck in here with? Poison gas.
Rex is just gonna grab Voltaire and drag him into the chest.
sorry, nothing.
He goes in willingly.
Yeah. Okay.
Upset.
So you
Rex
slam
is
the
chest.
chest shut, and you try and pull up on the ring, but it doesn't pull up anymore.
How do we get fire outside of the chest without breaking the seal of the chest?
Can we just like put the chest up, just open the smallest crack, and then try?
Nah, because that'll blow it back out this way, you know?
Everyone who's used magical guidance, which has been multiples of you, have been given an answer for this problem. Hi, Maddie.
Okay, can we push on the ring?
Yes, and it pushes and it depresses into the ground, and you hear a whoosh and a snick. And what do you do?
Is there an explosion?
No.
Well, we're not fucking getting out of the chest then.
Pull the ring again.
Pulls it.
You hear a whoosh, a slant, and a snick.
What? Was that an explosion?
No.
Oh, okay, don't touch the ring. We're gonna open it. See if the door's open. Gonna open the chest a crack
door
just
is
to
closed.
see if the door.
He pushes on the ring again.
The door opens.
Oh, I see.
But there's still poison gas everywhere, right?
Well, it stopped at this point. It's now trickling out of the room. I mean, it's all around you, but it's trickling out of the room slowly.
And the door's open.
Yeah, and the door's open because that's where it's trickling out.
Okay, everybody out.
Can we open the chest and
Hold,
get out?
Yeah.
hold this fucking pin in this position it's in so the door stays open for us, mate. And then, yeah, everybody, I'm assuming, jump.
As we walk past, Tarek's gonna dispel this wall that he created earlier, and just as a safety precaution, oh wait, does everybody get out before he does this? Then okay. Never mind. He was gonna make sure that the door actually stays open with the other wall.
You guys have been scarred by this wall.
It's more of he just doesn't want somebody else to get trapped alone and whatnot.
Oh boy, that's true. All right. Well, I think having gotten that, are we gonna do our identifies at this point? And we'll then
Yeah, now that
wrap
we're
it up.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so your hammer, Thalrak, is a two-hander. And let me do.
And you said it was the magma hammer?
Yeah. And let me look here. It does. It's a 1d12 bludgeoning damage. And 2d4 fire damage. Well, heat damage, because it's not fire technically, but whatever.
Is it 2d4 fire?
Heat, fire. I mean, it's burning
It's
you.
technically fire, because fire is the
Yeah.
heat element
Yeah,
of it.
whatever it works out into in this game, but it's basically it is live hot coals.
Okay.
If you are attuned to it, it does not burn you or anything directly like touching you. However, anything else it will burn, and anyone else it will burn. And it is plus 2 to hit, but not plus 2 to damage.
Well, usually the +2 is both for hitting and damage.
Yeah, this one's specifically different.
Okay.
Because you
So
got
it has
D12 plus 2 D4s. That's pretty.
Okay.
I mean, that's max range is 20, so that's a powerful hammer by itself.
With 3 separate dice rolls, though, the odds of
That's
getting
true.
that 20. The odds of getting that 20, though, meta, come on.
But imagine on a nat 20 getting to roll 2d12 and 44.
Yeah. That'd be great. But meta, you know my luck with D20 or with nat 20s.
That's
It's not
true.
happening.
Ikarath, you have Staff of the Birds. And what it allows you to do is what is that? No, we're gonna change that name. What is that? It's a Thunderbird staff. And what it allows you to do is store 1 lightning spell of 3rd level. Is there a lightning spell of 3rd level or less that exists? Is there a fair bit?
Yeah, my spell, the lightning bolt. The
Yeah,
one that
3rd
goes
level
in
or
my,
less.
instead of fireball, fireball's
Fireball's only a 3rd level?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, 3rd level or less. It does consume a spell slot, but it does last for 48 hours.
Yeah, okay.
So your second long rest will kill it, basically. So basically, you can spend a slot on one day to have it available extra for the next. Which I think is pretty strong. It's also a +1 focus.
Especially since I can already do that as a chronologist. I have an ability that lets me have an emergency spell saved.
Well, there you
so
go.
now I have 2 emergency spells saved.
Yes. And in effect, yes. So, and then the claws,
And it's just a normal magic staff other than that, right? Like if I want to bop somebody on the nose with it.
yeah.
Is it a +1, +2? Anything? Does it do thunder damage when I hit people with it?
I'll give it +2 to hit and damage as a melee. And we'll say half of the standard damage that it would do is done as lightning.
I can live with that. Wait, lightning or thunder? It's a Thunderbird staff.
But the Thunderbird, at least that I'm looking at, is lightning. That's why you can store a lightning spell. Let me show you what the bird looks like.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Is it? We're gonna change it to it's a Thunderbird staff as opposed to the Crystal Dove staff, right?
Well,
Like,
yeah.
so
We're changing to a Thunderbird. I just gotta find it for you. All right, open
cool.
image in new tab. The thing at the top looks like this. You're gonna have to go on to Twitch.
Yeah, it's cool.
This thing. Also, sometimes looks like this thing. It's glorious.
So now, can I abuse this with my boots, where I store a double max capacity up in there?
I don't know what that means.
My boots allow me to take 3 turns to cast a lightning bolt that does double max damage because it takes 3 turns to charge up fully. Can I store that in there?
You can store it, but you can't store it at the end, only at the beginning. So you could do it twice. You could... Wait, is that thing limited to 1 a day? The boots? I think they are, right?
I don't know. I don't actually have them written down.
Yeah, I think they're limited to 1 a day. So you could store it in there, but you could store it as the beginning spell, so then you could cast 2 of those a day over 6 turns.
That just makes it worse.
Does
If,
it?
if it's storing a spell, I want to know, can I store the whole spell in there so that it's a 1-turn cast of it? Because I don't actually use the boots because there's nowhere I'm going to need to spend 3 turns doing just standing there screaming.
Sure, but you have to stand there for 18 seconds screaming at the staff.
So
to
that
do
it
it.
doesn't do anything. It doesn't change
Well, no,
anything.
you could do it the day before.
No, because I have to...
But you have to
Okay,
spend
so
the
you're
day
saying
before.
I can preload the full triple
Yes.
cast in there?
Yes.
Okay,
But
cool.
But you have to spend 18 seconds screaming at your staff.
That sounds like
It's Icareth.
something
I'm
that's-
pretty sure he does that anyways.
Yeah,
that sounds like
that's
a 0.1% of his evening meta. Come on.
It's an important distinction.
just in the corner of Tiny Hut.
If it proves to be overpowered, we'll figure it out later.
Dope.
And then the claws.
Staff.
Let me look. Let me think what that's.
4 attacks in 1 action.
I'm trying to think about what the.
You ain't level 20, bro.
No, the Dragon Claw special in RuneScape is 4 attacks in 1 action.
I think I know what it's gonna be, but I need to calculate I'm doing math. 1 second.
So I was just making a joke because he called them the Dragon Claws.
They are called the Dragon Claws.
Ooh.
And
I bet Cornwall will like them. If we ever see him again.
he's kind of retired.
He's 7!
Yeah, he retired.
Who?
Dude, everybody want to be Cornwall.
Cornwall's retired.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his dad runs the fucking best city in the world, supposedly. And then he's retired at, I think genuinely 8 years old, because I think he was 3 or 4, so maybe 9.
Yeah.
Definitely
Yep.
not double digits before the 5-year time skip. Definitely not double digits before that.
Okay, so what this does is. Could that be 6?
If Cornwall was like
Okay, that's
12 in like normal person years, when he was 3, that means that each normal person year for a kobold year is 4 years. That means that he retired at like freaking 36 or something.
Okay, so what it does is they are a +2 weapon. They do 4d4 damage. And if you roll a nat 20, you get a second attack as well. But
What if he gets another nat 20?
that's the same. You only activate once per
Like on
round.
that one.
Yeah, you can only
okay.
activate once per round.
Is it?
Go ahead.
Is it a 2-handed weapon?
Yes, it is a 2-handed weapon.
Oh, okay.
Well,
And-
if it's got, is it 2 gloves or is it?
It's it would be impractical to wield another weapon with it or shield based on the design. It would get in the way.
But is it 2 gloves or is it 1?
2.
Like, is it a 2-handed
Okay.
weapon or a dual-wield weapon?
It's a 2-handed weapon
Okay.
in terms of the way the mechanically it's going to work. However, it does have a dexterity requirement of 14.
Does anybody have a dex of 14?
I
or
have
is Icarus the only
13.
one?
I have a dex of 14.
So it's a finesse weapon.
Yeah.
As do
it is.
I. I have a dex of 14.
So who wants it? Because I can't use it.
I would say give it to Voltaire. Falrak got the hammer, so.
Who gets the gold, or is Zikarath pocketing all of that for himself?
Well, I would say Falrak would suggest that whoever
Gold
doesn't
bar,
get
gold bar apiece, and then a gold bar to Elred's family, and a gold bar to Magni's family.
Elred
Yeah,
has
I
no
would say
family.
for more immediate use.
Elred has no family.
Falrak would say
His
for
whole
more
family's
immediate
dead.
use. Falrak would say for more immediate use because there's what 6 gold bars.
Yeah.
Okay. Ikarath, Falrak, and Voltaire each get 1. Rex gets 3 because he didn't get a magical item.
And then what was the
Yeah,
other
I
gold?
can
It
do
was
that.
600 gold?
No,
It
no.
was 6 gold bars.
Six
It
six
was
gold
six-
bars
the
worth
gold
100
plus the
apiece.
bars.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought there was gold and gold
Yeah,
bars.
so
Yeah.
Ikarath, Thalrak, and Voltaire get 1 gold bar worth 100 gold each, and then Rex gets 3 gold bars worth a total of 300 gold between the 3.
Okay. So do we just get the 300 gold, or do we have to
You
go
have,
to
you
like...
have to, yeah, you have to exchange it.
Okay, so just put it in.
Yeah.
Inventory for now.
Yep.
Well, you could, or Ikarath has a scam he can pull on people. Just saying.
What?
Ikarath knows the spell Distort Value.
True.
Well,
Oh my god.
So I could get 150 gold potentially on average for each of these
Oh,
if
yeah.
we fuck with people.
Well, we keep them separate and then we use them.
I mean, Rex also has
Yeah,
a thing
I
that he
know,
can
but
scam.
Ikarath would show you guys the spell. He'd be like, see, if I just touch it and like do this with my finger right here, yeah, look at how much fancier that is.
It
And unless you
sparkles
guys
real
can
nice.
unless you guys can beat his save, which is I think 18. If he hadn't been showing you, you guys would believe that his bar is worth more than yours.
And how many times do you get a 4d4 weapon?
That's a pretty high damage weapon.
That's what the dragon claws do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they use dex. Making sure.
Yes.
Is it a D4 per finger or something?
Basically.
So that leads me to my next question. Does it have a thumb?
No.
They're like... I don't know, Freddy Krueger has thumbs.
They're like Wolverine, but more of them.
And
So-
dragon themed as opposed
Yes,
to
and dragon thing.
tiny angry mammal theme.
Yes. So with
Which that doesn't seem like it is Wolverine, but trust me, it does make a difference on the battlefield when you're trying to scare the shit out of people.
Yes. So with that, we will wrap up until next week. We have done a lot and a little all at the same time today. Thank you everyone for watching. Thanks for playing. And
We
have a
actually
great
got to
night.
keep the gold today.